Hi guys, it's Jolene. I finally got a tripod set up so that I can do it this way. However, the setup's not the greatest. Excuse me. So, I'll do what I can today and then try to make it better for next time. But this is the video that I was talking about that I was going to film. I am switching for my daily planner from an A5 into a B6. And so, this is my B6. It is a Chic Sparrow Odyssey in Siren. And I love the beaten up look of it. It looks like it's already been broken in. So I'm just going to go through how I have it set up and how I'm going to use it. I haven't started using it yet. I'm going to start using it in April. But I wanted to kind of go through how I've got it set up, what I'm going to use it for, and then in a month I can see how it's going. I've said before that I'm not much of a embellishment person on my planner, but and I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. I love looking at other people's flip throughs. They're beautiful. I love to see all the dashboards and charms and clips and stickers and everything, but they haven't worked for me yet, and I'll explain why as I'm going through here. But I decided to give it an all-out good college try. So I'm gonna do that. I ordered a bunch of clips, as you can see, from different places. I'll link all the places in the description so that you can see where I got everything. I have a charm on here, a little elephant. I like him. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and dive in. I have a little printable here that I printed out for the whole year with all the months, and I just clip it or tape it into the front of my notebook so I don't have to keep drawing. When I was using the Lake term, I was drawing the month over and over again, and it got really tiresome, especially since I really dislike drawing numbers over and over and over again, teeny tiny. So I found this. It was free. It was adorable, so I tried it. I will, like I said, put the link down there for that. This is a clip from the Planner Society March kit. In here I have one of Growing Up Goddess's daily timed inserts. I bought it in an A6 size to try it out to see how I liked it, and I did like it a lot. She has a B6 slim, but she doesn't have a B6 size. So I thought, well, I've already got an A6. I'm going to keep it and just stick it in the front here. I noticed that when I was trying it out, I liked the fact that I could just take this part and take it downstairs with me or take it wherever I'm working so that I know what's coming up for my schedule. That seemed to work really well for me, so I decided to keep it on this A6 size, and then it just slides right in there. Paper from Planner Society kit. This is just a little shaker thing that I made. I went kind of crazy with the green glitter, but I wanted it to be kind of springy. The cardstock in there says "Make Today Pretty." It was just something from a cardstock kit that I got. Vellum. See, I went all out here. I got everything crammed in here. So this is a Foxy Fix dashboard, and this is one of the reasons why I don't like dashboards. So this is my April printable, my April insert from Annie Plans. This is going to be my first time using a printed insert like this. Normally, I am a bullet journaler at heart, and I like having the freedom to make up my layout as I go. So I'm going to see how this works. Like I said, I've never used a printed one before, but we'll see. I have other ones all set to go, so I can easily just switch back after April if it doesn't work out, but I'm going to go for the whole month in this one and see what I think. So back to the dashboards. I don't even have a B6 dashboard in here because the bigger they are, the worse they do this, but this is, I think, a number 1 passport size. It won't let it lay flat. And that's one of the things that bugs me the most, because I still have trouble controlling my handwriting, and I have to have a completely flat surface that doesn't bump and move and bounce when I write. So this drives me crazy. And if I took this out, it would lay much flatter. See if I push these down. Well, because it's regular paper, it doesn't. But most of the time, everything lays perfectly flat if I don't have these in here. So I also put the vellum around here because depending on what is following it, I had this picture next to this, and because they were two different materials, they were sticking together and would make one of my inserts stick out. So that's another thing, another issue that I had. This is the other half of that shaker, just with some more cardstock pieces that I had. Like I said, I went crazy with the glitter, so you can't hardly even read what it says. This is a notebook I got from Fallen Design. It's in Japan, I think. I don't remember. I'll give you the website. And I did have to pay a lot for shipping on this, but they have the cutest designs. And this was actually an A5 that I cut down to a B6, and it offsets the logo a bit, the name of it, but I kind of like the way that looks. So I'm not bothered by the fact that I cut it down. The only problem was that on this side, it had a world map and some personal information, but I probably wouldn't have used that anyway. So I'm going to take my kids to Niagara Falls for spring break. So I put this in here just for now because this is my travel notebook. This is a dashboard that I made in an effort to find a dashboard that I liked. The thing I like about this one is that it does lay flat. It doesn't hinder my notebooks from laying flat, my inserts. However, because it's vinyl, I was telling you, it got stuck to this one and would make my inserts stick out. So it has its advantages and its disadvantages. I just roughly cut this and sewed it together to come close to an A6 size, but I wasn't really being too careful because I was just testing it out. This is going to be my journal insert for April. It's a Tomoe River dot grid insert from Goulet pens. It's their own inserts. I love their inserts, and I love Tomoe River paper. The crinkle, I don't know, there's something so satisfying about that crinkle. And see, this is, maybe y'all can help me with this. This is one reason why I don't like charms, and this one's coming out too, or clips, I mean. They don't stay in. As soon as I turn a page or try to do anything, they're falling out, they're on the floor, and I don't even know how they came out. So how do you keep your clips in your notebooks? How do you get them to stay? I love these little felt ball ones. They seem to stay the best. I think it's because they're a lower profile and don't bump into things. But if you have any suggestions for how to get them to stay in, that would be awesome. This is my brain dump notebook. It's another Tomoe River insert, but this one is from Paper Penguin. I got this to see if I would like the B6 size to begin with. I sketched out my weekly insert, or my weekly outline, layout, that's the word I was looking for. I drew out my layout for the weekly, and I found out that it worked and that it would fit and that I would have enough room, so I said yes, I'm going to try the B6. I'm still going to hang on to my A5s for a month to see how it goes, to see if I go crying and running back to my A5, but I was wasting so much page space on my A5 that I thought that this would be the perfect size, and there's just something so satisfying about this size. I can't even explain what it is really, but it's so satisfying. So let's get those out of there. Here's a folder that I made. I sell these in my Etsy shop, which I can also link below. Since I don't know how I'm going to continue with my dailies, I said I'll try this for this month, but I may end up going back to my Leuchtturm inserts that I make. If I do that, I'll tape this in there. This is my Calendex that I made as a fold out for the whole year, so I fit the whole year on it. And this was a page of Tomoe River paper, A4 size, that I bought in a pack from Goulet pens, and I just printed a dot grid on there and made my Calendex. So if I decide to keep this type of a insert, I'll have to figure out where to put this one. But if I decide to go back to my bullet journal style, I don't use up that much paper as quickly in those, so I may just stick that on the inside cover of that. But for now, I've stuck it in here until I know what I'm going to do with it. That little dude cracks me up. So this is another Foxy Fix dashboard. And these dashboards are made so well. I'm certainly not trying to knock these dashboards. They are so well made. You can take the contents out and change them out as you see fit without having to replace the whole dashboard. They're fantastic, superior quality. They aren't working for me, is all I'm saying. Because see, there's the other side of it. And as soon as I try, because these inserts actually do lay flat. This is a like term insert that I made. I have videos that I have made showing how I do that. And it was an A5 one that I cut down to size. And they do lay perfectly flat on their own. But this dashboard does not allow that to happen. Also, another question for you guys. When you have all this stuff in here, do you actually ever see it? Because I've noticed I have little tabs that I put in my inserts based on, like, for my daily, I'll put a tab where today is. And in my journal, I'll put a tab where my next blank page is. Stuff like that. So when I'm looking for something else, I'll grab that tab and I'll flip right to that page. So I'm skipping over all this stuff that's in here that's so nice to see. So do you actually flip through each time to see all this stuff to make it worth having it in here? Or do you just flip right to, because that's another reason why I can't really justify having all this stuff in here all the time, is because I just don't see it. And plus it adds bulk to the notebook. And I've also noticed that when they're in here, it makes, because it's a slick surface, it makes things slide around more, which kind of annoys me. So that's just another question. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Who knows? But any suggestions you have on that would be great, because I would love to be able to keep embellishments in here and like it and have a pretty notebook. But so far, I mean, this is way more than I ever have in mine. I usually have nothing. No dashboards, no vellum, no clips, no nothing. Just my inserts. The only thing I might possibly normally have would be this clip holding the calendar, and then the today clip that came with this set marked on my today page, and that would be it. So anyway, this is my last insert. This is my, oh wait, I forgot to say what this one was for. So I said this is the like term insert that I made. This is going to be my list notebook. I'm kind of anal. Before, in my last one, I had a collections notebook, and it was a combination of lists and collections. And the lists would eventually get ticked off and wouldn't be needed anymore, and I hated that I had pages crossed off along with my collections and things. So for this one, I decided to separate them. So this is going to be to-do lists that get checked off, and then this one's going to be a separate specific collections notebook that is long-term type stuff. This is just watercolor paper that I put on the cover to decorate, which I haven't done yet. So I thought this looked nice on there for now until I do that. And then back here I have the page flags from the Planner Society kit. So she's pretty chunky already. I'm pretty excited to move into it on April 1st. I'm looking forward to it. I've lost like half my clips here. So again, if you have any suggestions for me on how to keep those clips intact without gluing them to the page, that'd be awesome. And tell me about how you use your dashboards and whether or not you actually see them. I would love to hear in the comments how you guys utilize dashboards and what purposes they serve for you. All right, so that's it for now. Like I said, I'll come back in a month and tell you how it went. And I'll tell you how I liked using these gorgeous Annie Plants printables that I have for this month. I hope it works because I love them. They're gorgeous. So I hope I like it enough to use it continually. So that's that. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.